Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have got live tournament action coming at you right now on MLG's Metalopolis. This is a best of 5. We are in today's finals of the Let It Ride. Super excited for this matchup. We have our Grandmaster opponent, SCDZingy. Zingy will be spawning as the Teal Zerg at the 6 o'clock position. 12 o'clock position, we will find FourKExO spawning as the Red Protoss. We will be calling him 4K, and SCDZingy we will just call Zingy, I think, for this game, because the SCD, I believe, is his clan. I don't know for sure, obviously, but there was another guy in the tournament as well by the name of SCD Pride, so I'm assuming that SCD is a clan name of some kind, or maybe a team name, I guess, but regardless, we are going to be watching these guys battle it out. This is game number 1. Oh man, I am super pumped for this. 4K, a phenomenal Protoss player. We have seen several of his matches in this tournament. We've pretty much followed him all the way up the ladder, but he has done some amazing things. I like the amount of control that he exhibits, and the meta game that he's got is phenomenal. Really has got an interesting strategy, a unique strategy, something that you just don't see from all sorts of players. It's not like he's copying some another master level player's strategy or something. He has got something very unique going on. So pretty cool stuff there. We do have Zingy's standard spawning pool opener. He likes to not go fast expand. He goes straight for his spawning pool. Wants to be prepared for any type of rush, which is always a problem, it seems, these days. But let's go out to the live stream here and see who people are rooting for. Alright, so hatchery going to be complete, the spawning pool about to be complete here. We do have a forge expand, it looks like, here from 4K. Oh, look at this, a hatchery. Photon cannon going to be going down here. Nice fast expand here. There's the gateway. Slightly behind, I think. That's not what we've normally seen out of 4K, so it looks like Zingy is going to allow this hatchery to complete here. Don't blame him. This will be super effective. Those the broodlings that pop out of this hatchery when it does die, they will be able to almost completely take out this photon cannon. I imagine that Zingy is going to be macroing up a small army here behind this. Let's take a look. He does have... Oh, he's droning up right now, so taking it easy. But this hatchery is going to complete here shortly. Nice photon cannon placement there. There's a cyber core. Wow, look at that. Nice wall off here. Oh, the cancel! And straight to Evo! Oh, my goodness, nice control there. And finally that drone going down. But he really, really stalled 4K's build order here. My goodness, so just now getting that down at the 5-minute mark. And slightly behind on his other tech. So he has been droning up behind this. Let's take a look at the units tab. We are going to find him slightly ahead economically, but not by too terribly much. He is going to be cruising down here, probably to build a couple more gateways. He is going to need them here fairly soon. Oh, a Stargate right away. Nice stuff. I like this build from 4K. He has really, really got a nice thing going here. And probably going to see Warp Gate tech here, I would assume, but he needs to get some gas, more gas. Well, now he's got plenty. So on the live stream, we do have Icefire, who is rooting for Zingy. He says because he's Zerg and because of that hatch, it is amazing. And then Duh is saying I guess he's going for 4K. He is thinking if he goes Colossus, that he may be able to make this happen. However, he did not. So I would like to see if you're going to change your mind there, Duh. But I mean, I'll be honest, his Stargate build is scary, scary stuff. This is a nice looking build. Nice looking wall in here. Going to be chronoing right here. Good looking stuff, and sending it out across the map. Interesting. Now, I imagine that Zingy's probably going to be prepared for that. He does have spore crawlers going down in his mineral line, so nicely placed there. Plus the queens, and I imagine he'll exhibit pretty decent control. Icefire now saying Toss is OP. Gives closed eyes. Yeah, but look at the economy right now for Zingy. 43 drones. 45. Oh my goodness. He is rocking and rolling economically. 4K is going to be trying to get out some unit producing structures here. Here comes his first Void Ray. Is he going to be able to force the cancel here for Zingy? Looks like he may. Queen's coming up here. .4K going to be getting that Void Ray out of the way there. Trying to keep the charge. Looks like he is going to try and force this cancel. Doesn't look like it is going to happen though. Not going to happen. Did lose the charge there. Let's take a look at what he's got going in his base. Twilight Council. We do have the Stargate continuing to produce. We are going for ground weapons level 1 as well. Let's take a look at what we've got going here. We do have missile attack level 1 here for Zingy. He does have a Roach Warren on the field. Ooh, that Void Ray almost getting sniped. Gonna have to back out there. Not able to get the snipe on that hatchery, though he desperately tried to do so. I love the chat on the live stream. I'll just read it to you guys. This is kind of funny. So Icefire says Toss is OP. Das responds, I know, I play them, and I'm really sure Colossus they're OP because I use them. And Icefire says, ha ha ha, why not? You'd win every game. And then Da responds, because when they finally nerf them, which I'm hoping they will, I'll have other ways to win because I won't be the noob who used them. Interesting. So he has got other strategies, which we have seen from Da. He has got a pretty nice build order as well, but this is pretty nice stuff here. These Void Rays really doing a lot of work. He's really done a lot to keep him alive, too. That one almost dead. But he has regained his entire shield, so pretty solid stuff. But the economy for Zingy is cruising. Let's take a look. 67 to 57, so 4K not too terribly far behind, but a little bit, so he's going to have to work on that just a little. He did, however, get his Templar archives up. Not researching Storm. Looks like he's always utilizing these high temps for Archons. It's a very interesting playstyle that he's got here, but look at that. 4 Voids. These are such a nice unit to mix into your army. And we do have Hydras out on the field, as well as some Roach support here. Another hatchery here for Zingy. My goodness, so he is going to be on 3 base with a macro hatch here for his army. We do have Blink out on the field for 4K, I think. Oh, no, we don't. Did he never research that? No, he didn't. Never mind. But we do have Archons, so the Archons are going to be super effective. 3 of them is pretty stinking powerful. Looks like this attack is going to be going here. Voids. And here come the Hydras for defense. Archons in your face. Not bad. Microing back these Hydras. Want to keep those guys alive as long as possible. That is the DPS right here. All these Archons are going to go down. Getting the Void Rays out of there. He did snipe that hatchery, though, so that's actually pretty solid. Let's take a look at units lost here for just a moment. Zingy is slightly behind, but only by just under 1,000, so not too bad. Going to be rebuilding that immediately. Like to see that. Missile attack level 2, so this Roach Hydra army is going to be fairly scary. Let's take a look at what we've got here. We did see 4K expand behind this. I like this play. Something back there got killed, but look at all these Void Rays. My goodness. He has +1 attack on him too, so that's pretty solid stuff. But that is a lot of roaches now, and these guys are going to be cruising out across the field. These Void Rays are about to catch wind of this, it looks like. Maybe not. Ugh, I'd like to see those Void Rays going to work on him right now. Was spotted there, it looks like, by that pylon. Those Void Rays are going to be cruising in there to try and do some damage to these roaches. I think is a good idea at this point. But here is the defense. Are we going to see some good storms? Yes! Nice storm there, softening those guys up just a little bit. Going to be getting some serious snipes here on these Void Rays. Nice work here by 4K. My goodness, this was a really nice attack for him. Got a couple good snipes there. Couple good storms off as well. Like these high temps. So Zingy, let's take a look at what else he's going to be doing here. He is going to be getting his Spire up. Does have his infestation pit. He's getting the pathogen gland, so it appears that he's going to be doing some serious infester play here in just a little bit, which I don't blame him. That can be super, super effective. Let's take a look at Unistab here for just a moment. 79 probes, 80 probes to 65 drones. So 4K taking the lead economically. He is taking a 4th base. This is nicely done. Trying to prevent Zingy from getting a 4th himself. And this is just phenomenal play here. And these Void Rays going to be backing out again. But, really denying Zingy that the economy that he needs to continue on in this. But Zingy, the interesting thing here is Zingy's maxed out. 4K, very, very much so, close to that same possibility here. Don't want to mess with the Hydras, obviously, but the gold expansion here for Zingy is going to be extremely valuable. The question is he going to be able to hold on to that? He's splitting his army up right now. They're cruising out in different directions. These Void Rays are going to be happy about that. Couple snipes there, maybe 1 or 2. Burrowed Roach. Do we have detection in this army? No, we do not. So that is not good. There's the detection. Pretty solid looking army here. Lots of charge lots. They do have +3 attack and charge. Yikes, that's a lot of damage. Let's take a look at this Roach army. They're at +2, +1. That goes for the Hydras as well. We do have some infestors and corruptors here on the field. Pretty solid, but here comes the attack. Charge lot's going to be getting in the face of these Hydras, making those Hydras back out. Is he going to be pressing this attack, though? It looks like he may. And Zingy having just a little bit of trouble figuring out how he wants to proceed here. He did get the snipe back here. That was a nice looking drop there. Did get cleaned up, however, by 4K. And 4K going to be going for this expand, trying to keep his opponent stuck on 3 base. It's a phenomenal idea. Doing a lot of work. Oh, good feedback there on that infester. Nice storms. Really good stuff. Really good storming there. Really, really good storming. Going to be going right for the economy. Nice storming here, killing off all of those units. Going to be backing out here, but it looks like most of these units are going to get picked off. So 4K will have to fall back and be re-macroing up his army. I assume that he will be doing so very, very quickly. There is the Nexus here for his 5th base yet again. Going to be on solid 5 base here, it looks like. Zingy did, however, get these 2 up and running. This one did go down, but that puts him in a pickle. He's going to have to re-rally these guys to a slightly better position, but is going to be trying to press this attack here with these roaches. That is a lot of roaches with +2, +1. He is going to go in probably... where is he going to go? Looks like he is going to go try and take out expansions. I think is a really good idea at this point. Move command not going very well for him there. Couple storms here really do a lot of damage. Nicely done there by 4K. Got to love this defense. My goodness, these guys are phenomenal players. But Zingy is going to be on his 4 bases right now, setting up a lot of static defense here. Getting these roaches all healed back up. They do have +1 or +2 +1 still. Going on +2 carapace right now. More gateways. Look at all of these units now for 4K. Really macroing up his army pretty fast for a Protoss player. More Immortals. I like this unit composition. Double Stargates, chrono boosting those guys. Doing a pretty solid job here. This is really, really nice to see. Spore Crawlers, Spine Crawlers, the works here for static defense. Here comes the attack, though. It looks like Zingy going to be getting in position. 4K is slightly out of position here. Is he going to be able to hold this off? I imagine that he probably will get here just in time. Sniping that good old Forge. A lot of these roaches going to go down, it looks like. +3 attack on those Archons is brutal. Look at that. 47 versus biological. And that is splash damage. So, I mean, this is really phenomenal play here. We do have +2 now on the voids. Wow, I like it quite a bit. That is a scary looking army, though. We've got high temps in the back, Archons in the front, Void Rays for support. Lots and lots and lots of units here. Lots of Broodlords on the field right now. Good storms here. Looks like 4K gonna be backing out here for just a moment. Wants to come up with an answer for all of these broods. Yuck. Look at all those Broodlords. That is a lot. Going to be very difficult to deal with. Got to make something happen there. Nice. Brood's going to be going down. Going to have some serious trouble here. Fungal's going down on these voids, though. Looks like these voids are going to get taken out. Here comes the flank attack, though, from Zingy. My goodness. And getting those Broodlords out of position. So that was pretty well done there. Nice looking attack here. Going pretty solid here for both players. It's kind of interesting to see who's going to try and come out ahead here. But looks like it may be 4K. But these Broodlords are so difficult to deal with. But look, I mean, he held on to 4 of these Void Rays, so that's not bad at all. Here comes another attack. Going to try and get the snipe here on this Nexus. Looks like he will indeed do so. Backing those guys out. Another Nexus going down immediately, but he's still pretty solid on these bases over here, so looking pretty good. Look at all of these Stargates, my goodness. +2, +1 for our Void Rays. Yikes, that is a scary unit composition right now. Lots of upgrades here. Let's take a look at what we've got for. We got Flyer Carapace level 1, +2, +2 on these Zerglings, so those guys are in pretty decent shape as well. Denying the gold expand here, so it's a good play. Yes, Icefire is wondering out there on the live stream. If it is 47, it is indeed 47, not 43 when they have +3 attack. It is brutal, brutal, brutal. This is a scary army yet again. Look at all these Void Rays. My goodness, 4K really has got a nice unit combo here. I like it, I like it. Broodlord's going to be out of position here. Void Ray's going to be going to town. This is going to be doing a lot of damage here. I think that 4K going to be in solid shape. in this matchup here. Lots and lots of fungal growths going down on those Void Rays. Really, really well done there. The broods are going to be disappearing, though, very, very quickly. Reinforcing Void Rays here. Going to be taking out the last, almost the last. One more Broodlord there. Not going to go down. Wow, Zingy did clean up there. Very, very good with his reinforcing Hydras. Good job. I love how these guys are getting back into this fight over and over and over again. But FourKE going to be macroing back up yet again. Going for a different unit composition now. It's got some high temps cruising out across the field and an Immortal. Bunch of charged lots as well. Lots of Hydras here. More broods on the way. Well, one more anyway. Let's take a look at units lost. Oh my goodness. FourKE slightly behind in units lost there. I mean, he's not out of it yet, but he's got a phenomenal unit composition. I like his upgrades. Look at that. +3, +1, +1. Not bad at all. Charged lots, the works. Got to love it. Zealot's going to be going in on one side, the other entire army on the other. Lots and lots of broods here yet again. Going to be difficult to deal with. Going to try and take this high ground. Void Rays taking out those Broodlords, doing a phenomenal job there. They do that extra damage to armored. These guys do count as an armored unit, don't they? I think they do. Here comes the reinforcements. Wow, what a standoff here. I mean, these guys are keeping each other under the maxed out army number. They get close to maxed out over and over and over again. This is unbelievable play. Love this macro game here. Both of these guys fighting very, very difficult battles to try and take this down. My goodness. FourKE now maxed out. Zingy going to be right behind in his army yet again. I do like that FourKE is taking this gold expand. This is, I think, a very, very good choice at this point. He's going to need it. Got to have that economy to re-macro these armies. And he's got a little force going around the back here. Charge lots getting in here. Going to be doing some damage. Not doing enough, though, that's for sure. Good storms there. FourKE doing a lot of damage. Zingy holding off pretty good and reinforcing this very, very quickly. Those Broodlords just doing a phenomenal amount of damage, though. I mean, it is so tough to break that. He's really got to get those broods out of position to do this. This is extremely difficult to break here, is what Zingy has got for defense. And FourKE giving it different shots all over the place, trying to figure something out there. But, man alive, Zingy has just got that alligator blood. And here comes an attack from Zingy. Look at all those Void Rays. Nice looking attack here. Those fungals going down on the Void Rays, doing a phenomenal job with those fungals. Is it going to be enough? That's a lot of Void Rays. Boy, those fungals are super difficult to deal with, though. +3, +1, +1 on the Voids. Nice, we've got Archons in play. Voids may be going for a little attack here at the expand. I kind of like this at this point. He's got to try something different because here in the middle of the map, they are having trouble making these attacks stick. It's so back and forth. +3 on all of these ground units. My goodness. Did get the snipe on that hatchery, though. That will slow Zingy down just a little bit. Man, I cannot believe this game. This is phenomenal. We are 35 and a half minutes of Blizzard time into this game. That is probably like 30 minutes of real time, but my goodness, 4K doing a phenomenal job with all of these voids. Catching these Broodlords a little bit out of position. Good fungal growth's going down here. Here comes a very, very big attack. Looks like Zingy going to be backing out just for a moment here. Uh-oh, 4K might be in a little bit of trouble. This looks like it is going to be difficult to hold. This is a great unit composition here. We have got to see some serious reinforcements here from 4K. Taking this forward position, but taking it slow. Waiting for those broods to catch up. Is this going to be enough? Here comes more Void Rays for defense. Ugh. Lots and lots of fungals going down. Let's take a look at units lost here for just a moment. Oh my goodness. 40,000 to 49,000. So Zingy's still ahead there, which is, I mean, really, really good position for him. He is taking his gold now. And the gold here for 4K is, I mean, almost a third of the way gone. And he is behind in the units lost. So, I mean, it is going to be, and it's going to come down to whether or not he can make one of these attacks stick. If he does, then he'll be in pretty decent shape. Going to be denying this gold expand is a great idea at this point. Oh, these voids caught out of position. They are about to go down. Oh, actually doing more damage than I expected there. I thought I saw more Hydras, but I guess that battle is going on over here. And 4K doing a phenomenal job in this little matchup here. He's got to deal with these broods, though. If he loses all of these, there's some Void Rays to deal with these broods. Nicely done here. Here come the Hydras in for defense. Oh my goodness, 4K getting behind again now. This being held off very, very well by Zingy. Oops, that is the word of the day. And 4K going to be at a slight disadvantage here for just a moment. He has really got to macro up an army here. There's some more Void Rays. Staying on top of his Void Ray protection, trying to keep these guys in the fight. But those Broodlords, so difficult to deal with when they have so much Hydra support. Ugh, that attack did not go well for 4K. And yes, this is game number 1. It may feel like we're at game 5, like this is the epic conclusion, but it is not. This is game number 1. I mean, these guys are going to be battling this out for a little while yet. Looks like the gold expand is going to be attacked here. Is he going to get the snipe on it? I don't think so. Good flank here. Getting these units caught a little bit out of position. Nicely done attack or defense here by 4K, taking a lot of units out there. Going to be trying to chase down these Broodlords. Is he going to be able to snipe these guys? If he can get rid of these Broodlords, his ground army may have a good solid chance here. But look at all these Void Rays still alive. After that, he is now ahead in the supply count. Got to make something happen. Those guys getting rallied, misrallied here. Zingy having a little bit of trouble. Is he going to be able to hold on here? 4K going to be pressing this attack. We have got a lot of damage being done by these Void Rays and reinforcements coming in as quickly as possible. 4K stands slightly ahead in the supply count. Is he going to be able to make this stick? This Queen getting in on the battle. Oh, the ground army going down for Zingy. 4K doing a lot of damage here, and he is pressing this attack even further. We can see units streaming across the map right now. Oh my goodness, it looks like he is going to be taking down this win. 4K going to be doing a phenomenal amount of damage. Zingy tried desperately to get back into this matchup. What can he do? I just don't think he can get the units massed up quick enough. He's going to be grounding an attack. It looks like at the back of this, you can see over here, he's got these roaches cruising across the map, going to be countering, but this expand going down completely. These Void Rays now fully charged up. This is a very, very sick position for 4K. You can see all of these units here for Zingy going down immediately. pulling probes here to help clean up, but doing everything he can to make this attack stick. 4K doing a phenomenal job at it as well. Look at all these reinforcements. This base is completely mined out, so this attack over here by these roaches is not going to go well. Yes, they'll be able to take out some structures, maybe even going unchecked, but my goodness, look at all these Void Rays doing all this damage. He is just going from one base to the next. Going to be taking out Zingy. Zingy's got down to 24 right now, trying to figure out how to get himself back in this game. I cannot believe this attack. Unbelievable stuff here from 4K. Very, very epic battle, but it looks like this is going to be GG here for Zingy. I just don't think there's anything that can be done at this point. But this attack from 4K going to press right in, and that is going to be it. My goodness. I mean, Zingy has this gold expand, but he does not have hardly any drones left. Where is his drones if he's got any? My goodness, where are they? It does not appear to be any, but oh my goodness, I cannot believe this game. Icefire making fun of me. He says, if I keep this up, I'm not going to be able to cast game 2. He is probably right, man. We may have to save it for tomorrow. But that wouldn't be fair to these guys. We are going to continue this, but look at these Void Rays. Look at the upgrades. +3, +2, +1 for Plasma. Unbelievable stuff. 4K staying in there behind, a little bit behind the entire game. Just has got that alligator blood as well. Not letting his opponent get the better of him, and this appears to be it. My goodness, that was a phenomenal game, and Zingy's probably looking here, trying to figure out where he went wrong in that battle. He's probably trying to think through it and see what's going to happen. I think he's just buying his time for the next match. He doesn't need to do it in-game, though. That is fine. I don't mind this. We don't mind watching this victory lap, I guess, if you will, from 4K. He is going to be cruising around the map here, doing his victory dance with these Void Rays. Unbelievable stuff. And there goes the Greater Spire. So 4K will not have to deal with any more Broodlords in this game. My goodness. That was phenomenal play on both of these guys' parts. I am so excited for Game 2. This is unbelievable. This is going to be a phenomenal best of 5. But that is going to be it. And there's the GG from Zingy. Phenomenal stuff. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching. Don't alt-tab. Always alt-StarCraft. Even if you have to do it for 46 minutes in game number 1. That is tons of fun. Thank you guys. We'll see you next time. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks, Alt Denial, for letting me know that my mic was muted. That was no fun. I love how Denial keeps me in line all the time, but I am extremely pleased and excited to be bringing game number 2 of this so far very, very epic battle to you guys. It's been a wild ride. 46-minute game for game number 1, and 4K taking down that win. Finally catching his opponent's broods out of position, taking those down, and his army out of position, getting a nice flank on him, and it just went extremely well for 4K at that point, and he essentially was behind the entire time in units lost up until that moment. And then it just turned, the whole tables turned. Just an unbelievable game. So game 2, I have no idea what to expect. I mean, it could be over in 5 minutes. Who knows? We may see some sort of sick rush. But from this level of play, just about anything is possible. Excuse me. But these guys are phenomenal players. So Zingy, again, he is a Grandmaster player. 4K, A wonderful master level player, as we've seen, doing a phenomenal job in that last game. Going to be going for a Forge Fast Expand here. Is he going to go for the Nexus first? Yes, he is. We've seen this from him before earlier in the day. We did get to see a couple of those games before. And he is going to get the snipe on that that probe there. Good job, drone, with 1 kill. And here comes a reinforcing probe ready to build. I assume we got to see a photon cannon or something go down here in just a moment. But there's the gateway. Nice. He's going to get started on his tech first. I like it. I like it. There is the photon cannon. Going to be setting up for a nice wall off here. Cruising around here trying to gather some information. Nice pylon blockage here. Going to be forcing the delayed expand. Whoops. Did get the snipe on that probe too. Wow. So probes lost, I think, is 2. Indeed it is. Zingy taking out 2 probes from 4K. Units tab is going to show that we are still fairly even there. 18 to 18. So nicely done so far by 4K. And by Zingy, he did get his hatchery down finally. He does, however, already have a spawning pool up, cruising across the map here with 3 Zerglings. Obviously not trying to take down a win here, but he is going to poke up here to see what he can see. Does see that photon cannon immediately and backing out. Knows that wall off is going to be fairly tight, especially tight enough with 1 cannon. Not going to be doing tons of damage with 3 Zerglings, but pretty good stuff. Let's take a look here at production. Probes, cybernetics, hatchery for Zingy going to be completing here in just a moment. Nothing else on the field quite yet. Units tab is going to show 25 drones to 24 or probes rather. And droning up pretty heavy here for Zingy. 5 more on the way. Knows that he's pretty safe to do that. 4K is not going to be moving out here anytime soon. But we do have a nice scouting overlord here in the back of the base. He's going to be poking in from time to time, it looks like, just to see what he can see. I like this play here from Zingy, getting that guy into position early. A little bit of dancing here in the center of the map. We do have some stalkers dancing around. And I do want to mention what Tox was saying out on the live stream. He says, Shakuris is a horrible map to try to attack a FourKExO, and it is for 2 reasons. Well, for one main reason, and the big reason is this right here. The Expo is on high ground essentially, and there's a ramp up to it so that it can be blocked off that way. And so not only do they have to deal with a nice wall off and a photon cannon, but they've also got to deal with that high ground advantage. So they have to be cruising up the ramp, halfway up the ramp, to get the site first before they can really make anything happen. And 4K being a little bit pesky here. He does have 4 stalkers cruising out here. Going to try and make something happen, it looks like. Twilight Council going down, gateways. No starports yet, though. Yeah, so this map, as Tox was saying, it is a very defensive map. Easy to defend your bases in a lot of ways. I mean, it does have this, these cliffs here in the back where there's, drops are possible and stuff like that. But usually if you have good scouting, then those things are fairly easy to keep track of. Look at this, a tech switch from 4K. We haven't actually seen his much robo play from him. He does have a Twilight Council going straight for Blink here. I like this play so far. Let's take a look at Units tab. 40 probes right now to 57 drones. So Zingy doing a phenomenal job staying on top of that economy, droning up like crazy. Feeling pretty safe to do so. He does have an infestation pit on the way right now. That is going to be super effective against Blink Stalkers. That'll give those guys a real bad day. We also have melee attack level 1 on the way. So might be sticking with some heavy Zergling play here as well. I like it. Did he see that? Yes, he did. He's going to be chasing down that that stalker. That poor stalker. Hopefully Blink finishes in time for him to get the heck out of there. It doesn't look like it is. Oh, it did finish, but I don't think he was in range to blink off that cliff. Too bad. That would have been fun to see, that guy barely getting out of there. But he does have a lot of stalkers now on the field. Looks like he is going to be cruising out here with some stalkers, and his blink micro is phenomenal. So I'm hoping to see some of that, actually. But he is going to be running into a lot and a heck of a lot of Zerglings as well as some infestors. This may not go well for 4K. Ugh. Oh, look at this. Going to be abusing that high ground there. Doing some good sniping here. Oh, Fungal going down. These guys are going to get... Oh, look at that. The Fungal finishing just in time for him to get out of there. Nice control there by 4K. That was phenomenal play. Can they blink while they have Fungal? Because it looked like... I didn't think the Fungal lasted that short of amount of time, but I don't know. Somebody answer that for me out there on the live stream. Can these guys blink when they have fungal growth on them? Taking out that warp gate. It is no longer needed. They need access in and out of this base. That is for sure. Scouting overlord. Not going to happen. Lots of scouting going on here by a 4K though. Warp Prism. Was that scouted? I don't know. It is now, and here comes the army by Zingy. That Warp Prism not going to last much longer. Gotta get out of there. Look at that. I love it. That's pretty cool. Wow, took that out really nicely. And 4K, though, he does need to be expanding. Zingy is about to be on 4 base. There's the expand right there. He's choosing to take this forward expand, and I like this play here. That's going to keep his army in closer proximity, and especially since he has that blink, he'll be able to abuse that blink. He can blink up to the high ground if there's drops or something in the back of his main. But he is going to be taking a fourth over here as well. But this is a good-looking army composition here. He went DT, so I kind of like that play too. And just mixing it into his army. Notices there's no detection here right now, so the DTs might be super effective. But dancing a little bit here. That's a lot of infestors to deal with. Really, really good spellcaster there, and lots of Zerglings for support. So, I mean, this is a nice-looking army composition here for Zingy as well. It'll come down to army placement, I think, for 4K, and then how quickly he can deal with those infestors. If he can't deal with the infestors because the fungal growths go down too fast or something like that, then he could be in a little bit of trouble. Good fungal there. Trying to blink forward to deal with those guys, not quite happening the way that he wanted. But fungal, and those guys are all about to die. Down goes a whole bunch of stalkers. That fungal, extremely pesky stuff. So 4K going to be rethinking his strategy here for just a moment, I would assume. He does have 4 base now. But look at all these upgrades. Adrenal glands, carapace level 1, melee level 3. Oh my goodness, sick stuff. We do have +2 for our ground units here for our Protoss. Trying to keep a forward position. Going to be walling himself in here, it looks like. Oh, not quite. Look at that. See, there's a spot right there. He's okay. Here comes some reinforcing lots, as well as some High Templar. Good stuff. Looks like he is going to try and go for some more drops here again. I don't blame him. I think that's going to be a good way for him to, pick up the slack here, because he is slightly behind in the economy, slightly behind in the upgrades, and slightly behind in the army size. So not tons. So I mean, he's definitely still in this matchup. But yeah, I mean, it is definitely a concern. He's got to be able to take care of that stuff. This Warp Prism going to be getting into position here. Looks like a drop going to take place here at the back. Not a bad idea. What's it going to be? Storms? Charged lots? Both? I'd like to see a couple high temps and a couple charged lots right here. I think that'd be good. These high temps trying to get in position here. Oh, good snipe there by Zingy. 2 high temps down for the count. And by down for the count, I mean dead. Those Zerglings say, yikes, too many Archons. Archons, get back in your army. Get back over there. Where are you guys going? FourKE keeping control of that army. Here comes his attack. DTs in the house. Couple DTs going down, but it looks like he should be in pretty decent shape here for just a moment. Not going to get the snipe though. However, those DTs are going to go to waste. Here comes the main attack though. Lots and lots and lots of feedback going down on Queens. But we do have Broodlords in the house. FourKE going to have to back out here and make something else happen. He is now going to be at a tech disadvantage. I'd like to see what his reaction is going to be here. Gateways, still sticking with gateways it looks like. There's some Stargates. That's what we want to see. Going to have to be going for those Void Rays. Is he working on upgrades? Yes, he is. There is level 1 on the way right now. No upgrades right now for the Broods. But this is a scary, scary army right now for Zingy. And it looks like he may be moving out here. To be honest, it does appear that way, that he is going to max out this army and cruise out across the field here. I half expect it. Could be nice play at this point. Uh-oh. Not good. Oh, good point, Swift. Swift out there on the live stream says the upgrade for Broodlords is really the melee upgrade because that's the Broodlings. The Broodlings do use the melee upgrade, so that is a good point. Thanks for telling me that. Sometimes I forget that. I just don't play Zerg enough to remember some of those little intricate details. But that is a very, very good point. So thank you, thank you. These Queens, pretty scary here. I mean, this is a scary looking army, man. Lots of infestors. Zingy is maxed out right now. Probably going to be tossing these Zerglings into the fray here, probably to free up some supply, I'd half expect. Maybe he really wants to commit to those. They do have +3, +2, so they're a pretty beefy little unit now. Oh, Fungal, these guys are about to die. Getting out of there. Fungal yet again. Bah! Here comes the attack from FourKE. Is he going to be able to make this stick? Nice looking army composition now from FourKE. He has beefed it back up. He does have a maxed out army now. So that's good to see. This, I mean, look at this. We're going into yet another epic battle here. I mean, these guys, they just don't know how to do it small time. It's unbelievable. Just don't know how to take it slow, do they? These guys are really, really phenomenal players. But both of these guys with maxed out armies. FourKE saying, time to put this one down. Thinks that he may have it here. He's got a lot of Void Rays now in the mix. There's a good tech switch for him. There's a lot of Queens here, though. Is this going to be enough? Supply count's going down quickly for both players. Looks like FourKE going down a lot faster, though. Going to have to re-macro this army. That was a lot of Void Rays lost there. High temps back here, but my goodness, I mean, FourKE doesn't have anything really by way of defense here. This is it. So, I mean, he's got a roaring economy. Let's take a look at units tab and see how many he's got there. Ugh, 94 probes. He needs to toss some of those into his army, I think. DT's getting a snipe there. Nicely done. Gonna try and slow his opponent down with the DTs. I like it, I like it. This is a scary, scary army, though. See, the nice thing for Zingy is he hasn't overproduced drones. So, when he maxes out an army, it means something. Uh-oh. Here comes the defense by 4K. I'm interested to see if he's going to be able to hold on here. That is a lot of Broodlords. They are slightly out of position, though. He's got to get rid of some of those probes, I think. I think that's just too many probes. Yeah, this is the trouble now. He's got too many probes. Well, he did lose some of them there, so that's probably a good thing for him. This may actually help him quite a bit. But, I mean, he's got a rockin' economy, but when you max out an army, it's only like 100 supply worth of army, so that's not enough. And then your army gets obliterated, so it really can screw you up there. But these broods doing a phenomenal amount of damage. This queen still kicking it. I mean, it's just like one army after another for 4K going down. And Zingy doing just a great job picking them apart this game. Let's take a look at units lost. It is going to be severely in Zingy's favor at this point. Do have more upgrades going down. Armor level 2. Gonna be good stuff here. Hope to see that he is not reproducing probes. Good, he is not. Okay. He needs a big, big army, I would think, at this point. He's got to do something to get himself back into this match. And how do you counter Mass Queen, Mass Broodlord, Mass Infester with Zergling support, which he doesn't have tons of now because all of his food supply is taken up with Broodlords and Queens and Infestors. That is a lot. Really, really good stuff, though. More Void Rays on the way. Definitely going to need them. Ground Carapace level 3. We do have Flyer Carapace level 1 on the way. Missile Attack level 2. I mean, he's getting the works. And so Zingy in phenomenal position now. And 4K behind in the army count right now severely. Has really got to remedy that immediately. I mean, if Zingy pushes out right now, this is going to be it. And by it, I mean game, and by game, I mean that means we go to game 3. But, I mean, so 30 minutes into this game just about here. Good looking stuff here. And see, what Zingy's doing here is just freeing up supply. Yes, he did get the snipe there, but that does not matter. It was not really a mining base when it comes down to it, but he was just freeing up supply, and he filled it right back up. Look at all these Broodlords. Oh my goodness. He filled up that supply with more Broodlords. Now he's got maxed out army yet again, more Broods. This is just a brutal, brutal army right now. I would say don't attack the Broods. Try and get a flank on these Infestors, maybe. I don't know. I just don't know what 4K can do against this army. It is super scary. Look at all those Broodlords. My goodness. It's 18 Broodlords. Yuck. Trying to get those storms off. Not going to happen. This attack is pressing. We've got a counter attack here with Void Rays. I don't know, man. I'm thinking Zingy's got this. Yeah, those Void Rays are going to do some damage, but I just don't think it's going to be enough. Trying to split them up, trying to take out as many mining bases as possible. I think that's actually not a bad idea, but can he do it quickly enough to deal with these Broodlords? I don't know, man. This is brutal, brutal, brutal. 4K at almost half the supply of Zingy. Zingy doing a phenomenal job with this attack. These Broodlords are going crazy. And by crazy, I mean totally nuts. Could take out the Greater Spire. I don't know. There's just not much he can do at this point. All of his Voiders are going down. It looks like this is about to be GG here from 4K. Zingy doing a great job in this matchup. He really favors this Broodlord play. Slow and methodical play, which is not something you get to see that often from a Zerg player, but really doing a good job there. We do have a Mothership, which can be pretty effective, I guess. But lots of investors, so they will be able to see him with that fungal growth. But 4K trying to hold on here just a moment longer. I don't blame him. I mean, it is a tournament match. If he can find a way to make this happen, bully for him. Oh, look at that. Mind controlling the Mothership. That's always fun. Wow, and there's the GG. Phenomenal game. Well done there by Zingy. It is now 1-1. We're still in the best of 5, so hopefully 3 games to go. My goodness, this is going to be fun stuff. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for coming out. Don't alt-tab, always alt-StarCraft. We'll see you guys in Game 3. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We've got live tournament action coming at you right now on MLG Shattered Temple. We are in the best of 5 of today's Let It Ride tournament. In the finals, I should say, of the Let It Ride tournament, we have got SCDZingy, who we'll be calling Zingy, spawning as the Teal Protoss here at the 8 o'clock position. And at the 6 o'clock position, we find FourKExO, who we will call 4K. We will call 4K, spawning as the Red Protoss. These guys, both phenomenal players. Zingy going to be getting early scouting information is because of that close air position. So lucky him. We are going to be seeing a standard wall off here from 4K here for just a moment, it looks like. But my goodness, I'm super excited for this matchup. Yet again, these guys are phenomenal players. I mean, 1-1 right now. It is best of 5, and so 4K really putting on a show. I mean, he has got the skills, and it is nice to see that because SCDZingy is a grandmaster, and 4K is a master, and so he has got, I mean, a little bit to prove here in some senses of the word, but he wants to take this win down. Obviously, there is $10 on the line here for whoever takes it. But I mean, it would be very interesting to see this go to maybe 5 games. But we're at least going to see 4 at this point because we've already got to 1-1. Got to take 3 wins to take it down. But let's take a look here. I mean, same opener from Zingy just about every time. He always goes for his spawning pool first. So very interesting play, and it's slightly delayed too. You know, he doesn't go like 13 pool or something like that. It's all, you know, he just puts it down at good time, macroing up pretty hard, does a solid job, and seems to be very methodical that way. But same for 4K, fairly methodical with his build order. Likes to try and sit back, make it happen. Both of these guys seem to play that way in a lot of regards. But let's take a look. I mean, standard timings here. We are going to have a Zealot here for a wall off. Cybernetics core, it has gone down. We do have the expand now going down for Zingy. No gas yet, so not going to be going for that speed upgrade quite yet. There goes the gas. Looks like we might see some hidden tech here. Do have this probe hiding up here on the high ground, so potential hidden tech. We'll see if that's the case. Uh-oh, he's just sent, look at this, thinking it through. He just sent some Zerglings up to check, I believe. I saw him click up there. Look, yeah, it's this guy right here. Look at this. So he will be spotting it. But other than that, we do have double gate. Oh, look at this. 4 gates going down here in the main. Looks like he's going to be setting up for an expand here. But the trouble is if he does try and hide this tech, look at this. He's going to be trying to hide his pylon here. It is scouted right away. So FourKExO going to try and deal with that, I assume, here in just a moment. Did see that. Here it goes. That probe going to have a really, really bad day unless he gets moving. Down he goes. Pylon scouted and completed. Going to be going down. But we do have what looks to be a pretty solid 4-gate here so far from FourKExO. It looks like he may try and make that stick. We do have spine crawlers going down, though. Oh, wow, he did save it. And going to be pressing the attack here. So very interesting. It was pretty much scouted here by Zingy. I think he can pretty well guess what's going on at this point. Going to try and get the snipe on some of these queens. Zingy just trying to bide his time, waiting for those spine crawlers to pop up. Here come reinforcements. Is he going to be able to make the stick? I do not know. Lots and lots of Zerglings on the way right now. I mean, he could be in a lot of trouble. If this does not stick, he's going to have to kite like crazy. Ooh, might get the snipe on that queen. That'll be super helpful. But Zingy just pumping out Zerglings like crazy. And I mean, the longer this goes on, the closer and closer SCDZingy will be to holding this off completely. But behind this, FourKExO is starting to macro up, so I don't think that he is expecting really to take the win here at this point. He's going to try, obviously, but that's always a good idea. Trying to utilize those spine crawlers against his opponent. Really, really nicely done there. Doing quite a bit of damage, but now he's going to have to be backing out here yet again. Nicely done. Gonna get the snipe on that queen. No, he does not. But I do like that he is macroing up behind this, trying to get his pro production where it needs to be. And Zingy having to commit a lot to defense right now. So this is not a bad play here by FourKExO. Let's take a look at units tab and just see how that's looking like. FourKExO is taking a slight lead right now. Oh, but look at all these Zerglings. This attack going to be held off completely now. Oh my goodness, and GG just like that. Wow, wasn't able to back out fast enough. Didn't think he could hold it. Well done there by Zingy. My goodness, I think I may have held on just a little longer there. Tried to mount a defensive back at my base, but that is okay. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for coming out. Don't alt tab. We'll see game 4 rather here in just a moment. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Neck. We've got live tournament action coming at you right now on GSL's Crevasse. Lovely, lovely map. Got to notice here, we do have a rich Vespene Geyser and a small expansion in the back of the main, so always a good thing to note about this map. But we're going to be getting right into this. Let's take a look here. FourKExO is going to be spawning as our red Protoss player in the top left. In the bottom right, we are going to be finding SCDZingy. And he is spawning as Teal. Grandmaster here for Zingy and Master level here for FourKExO. But phenomenal player in both of these guys. It has been tons and tons of fun to see these guys battling it out. But now FourKExO has got the pressure on him just a little bit. His opponent has made it to 2 wins. So he has got to take this win down here. He's got to go on a 2-game winning streak here to end up winning this tournament. SCDZingy going to be feeling pretty snazzy, I think, here for just a little while. Because he can lose this game really and take it to a 5th and be fairly safe. I mean, he's got to be feeling fairly confident in this matchup. But a phenomenal player though with Zingy, so good stuff. FourKExO going to be scouting. These guys going to be passing each other, it looks like. here comes the scout. Boy, there's tons to talk about in the first 2 minutes, isn't there? But here we go. Yeah, so there's the spawning pool. Standard opener we've come to expect from SCD. Gets his spawning pool right around 15 or so. And a forge here at the front. So interesting play here from FourKExO. Interested to see where he's going with this. Likes to macro up. I don't blame him. Let's take a look at the production tab here for just a minute. Not much going on there. We do see FourKExO has got a fairly substantial probe advantage here for just a moment. I am sure that that will change here shortly if SCD has anything to say about it. He likes to macro up behind his expansions and take an economic lead very, very quickly. Icefire out there on the live stream says, "Cannon rush? Question, question, question. If only." Not going to happen apparently, but he could have potentially done it, I guess. Tough to pull off on this map though with that long distance. But the expansion here for FourKExO going down. Looks like just slightly behind as Zingy's expand, so not bad there at all. Expand here for FourKExO, going to be finishing. He is taking this rich Vespian Geyser as well as this one down here on the low ground, or at his main rather, but I'm interested to see. He needs to get this one saturated right away, get extra gas off that one, so that is always nice. Units tab going to show that Zingy is starting to catch up. There he goes, just barely passing his opponent in the harvester count. Solid, solid. Taking a gas now. Surprised he didn't go straight for the rich Vespian Geyser there. That's okay. Look at this, another expand here for Zingy. But now FourKExO starting to beef up his economy pretty solid as well. Do have a nice looking wall in here. The nice thing about this is you can wall in tight against these rocks, or debris I guess, but you can wall in tight and then just take them out when you need to get out of your base. So that's actually a pretty useful feature of this map. I like it, I like it. And let's see what else we got here. 2 gateways up here, a couple pylons, Twilight Council back here in the back as well. And I think I know why. I'm starting to think through. I've been thinking about this the whole entire beginning of this match. Why would FourKExO choose this map? I think I may have figured it out. So he's noticed that Zingy likes his Broodlord play quite a bit. And the nice thing about this map is it's super wide open. And if you spawn in these long cross positions like this, which they did, it's going to take him a good long while to get his Broodlords out across this map, which means there's a lot of potential for some counterattacks and some flanks and things of that nature. That guy not lasting very long. That Stalker did get some scouting information. He did see this third here for Zingy, but I think that may be the case. I'll be interested to see if that's what he's going to try for. Same thing that he tried to do in the first game. Lots of Void Rays, lots of good, good solid unit composition. See what's going to happen though. Going straight for some upgrades here for Zingy. Melee level 1. Does have his Roach Warren out. Any other tech here? For FourKExO, does not appear so. Do have some Archons coming out though. He did get his Templar Archives. Not going for Storm quite yet. There's some Archons going to be cruising out across the field here. Are we going to be pushing an attack, I wonder? High temp. Maybe another Archon. Starting to look like favoring this Archon push. It looks like he may want to go for some fairly early aggression here. Interesting play. Now, if he can get it pulled off fast enough, that will be the key. Infestation Pit now on the field for Zingy. His tech going extremely well. Let's take a look at units here for just a moment. 4K actually slightly ahead still, so pretty solid. And, yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh, that makes me want to go check that out. However, I cannot. But my website may have just gone up. So, we shall see here in just a little bit. We'll check it out between matches. Here comes the attack. We've got 4 Archons. This is going to be a lot to deal with. But there's a lot of Zerglings here on the field. They do have +1 attack. We do have some Roaches going to be mixed in here. Lots and lots of units going to be beefing up this attack here. Down goes this Expand. Nicely done there by FourKExO. Archon's going to be doing a severe amount of damage to these Zerglings, but 2 of them did get sniped there. Nice time to back out there for Zingy, so well done. Now the question for me right now is 4K, is he going to be pressing this attack or just trying to macro up behind this? I'd like to see him taking an Expand behind this at the same time. But here comes the attack yet again. Looks like he is going to try and make this stick. He does have 4 Archons, quite a few Zealots in here as well. So pretty solid unit composition. Got to get up this ramp in the appropriate style. Fungal growth's going to be going down. These infestors going to be difficult to deal with. But all of these, well, not all of them. Fungal growth's holding back these Archons. This Archon needs to get in the fight. Get over there, buddy. Wow, doing a lot of damage here with the Archons. 2 of them going down, but he's still got 1, well, 3 going down, but 1 on the field still. This guy going to be doing some serious damage, it looks like, but is about to get taken out. Not going to get out of there alive, that is for sure. Here comes some more Zealots. And another Archon pressing the attack here for 4K. I mean, I like what he's doing. Staying aggressive, trying to keep Zingy on his back. And Zingy not being able to macro up behind this very well. He's really having to focus on defense. So not bad. It's going to have this, a Zealot chase down this Infestor. Oh, look at these streaming units in here. Oh my goodness, this might be it. I'm thinking 4K may have done just a wonderful timing attack and just doing a great job. Look at that. We're going to be going to game number 5. My goodness, Zingy, phenomenal stuff there. There's the GG from Zingy, I mean, but phenomenal from 4K. 2 base play, phenomenal stuff. My goodness. Nerd chills. Whoa, that was good games. We are going to game 5. It does not get more epic than this, ladies and gentlemen. But we are going to be interested to see what map Zingy is going to pick. But don't alt-tab, always alt-StarCraft. We will see you guys here in just a moment. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack, and I am extremely pleased and excited to be bringing you the final game in this best of 5. In the finals, in today's Pro Let It Ride, we have seen unbelievable play from these 2 gentlemen, SCDZingy and FourKExO. Zingy will be spawning down here on Tal Darim Altar as the teal Zerg in the bottom right, and in the top right we do find 4K spawning as the red Protoss. Unbelievable back and forth between these guys. They try such different things and really make a lot of phenomenal things just stick, and it has been extremely exciting to see. So going into game 5, I have absolutely no idea what to expect, to be honest. But, I mean, I can tell you, we are going to see some fireworks one way or another. Even if it's a short game, this is going to be epic. I mean, it doesn't get much better than these guys taking it to game 5. A Protoss vs. Zerg at this level of play. So much back and forth is so much fun to see. So I am extremely pumped to see where this is going to head. Oops. Got to get out to the live stream, see what everybody's saying. The website will be up soon. That was just the test page. You guys can't access the test page yet, but that was it, and it is going to be up fairly soon. But what I was showing you is that it is up and running. At least the divisions have been done. So I'm pumped for that. But standard timing here from Zingy yet again. I love his opener. If I switch to Zerg, I'm going to copy this guy. I can tell you that. And if I ever get good enough at Protoss to to get into some good matchups, I think I'm going to start copying 4K. Phenomenal. You know what's interesting to me is that 4K, and you might appreciate this, his playstyle is a lot like yours, or your playstyle is a lot like his, or whichever way it goes, or your playstyles are similar. Let's put it that way. But you've got some interesting things, some interesting differences that I think make you a very powerful player. So high five to Duh, you're awesome. But we are going to be seeing a Forge Fast expand here by 4K. Oh, is this probe really going to die? Nope, he's not. But the drone might. Nice snipe. That probe happily with 1 kill. He has 5 HP, recharging his shields, and now he is the biggest baller on the map right now. He has got more kills than anybody else on the map. Good scouting going on here. Is going to get taken out, it looks like. Nice split there. Chasing that sucker down, and down he goes. Now we've got 2 units on the map with 1 single kill. That is good stuff. Wall in here for 4K going pretty well. This is interesting map choice here. It was Zingy's map choice, so I mean, I'm kind of interested as to why. It does kind of, in some senses, it can favor Blink Stalker play because it's so wide open, and they can abuse some cliffs like here. Can really be abused, and then the back of the main can be abused. You can see that, as well as here potentially. It does take 2 blinks to do that, to make it happen, but it can potentially be used. But here comes the scouting. Zergling is going to see this fast expand here. Tight wall off here, it looks like, with the Cyber Core. Units tab going to show 22 probes, 23 probes to 23 drones, so very even in the economy right now for both players. Cybercore is down, however. We are mining gas. Let's see what else we're going to get going here. Uh-oh. Haha, nicely done. Stargate. Now, this I think is the appropriate play here for 4K. I think that he's most comfortable with this. He did try that 4Gate. It did not work out very well for him. I do like his Archon play quite a bit. That was really, really nice stuff. But I like this. He probably is going to be shaping up for maybe a little harass. We'll see. I'm not sure, but I really do like his Stargate play. I've found that it is extremely impressive. Tell me what you guys think out there on the live stream. Who do you think? I want to know 2 things. Who do you think is going to win the game? Who do you think is going to take it down? And then I do want to know whether you think the Stargate play was the appropriate choice or not here for 4K. Interested to see what you guys think. So. The Stalker cruising around, taking a look around at what's going on. Looks like this Overlord's slowly going to be getting into position. Let's take a look at where he's going. It might take us a year, but we're going to do it. There he goes, right to the back of the second natural. All right, Icefire saying Zingy. Keo says Zingy sees the Stargate, so it's probably going to come in as handy. I agree. If he did scout it, let's take a look at it. I didn't see him scout that. Whoops. Oh, but he indeed did see it there, so good call. And he is rooting for Zingy as well, so. But could be very, very interesting stuff. And so everybody's saying that they're not liking this play now. I mean, I guess I understand where you guys are getting at, but I think he's got a good. I think with Zingy as comfortable as he is with Broodlords, that that these Void Rays are going to be the right choice. So he's just poking in here. He's obviously not trying to win the game. You can't take a game off Zingy with a Void Ray harass, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. I mean, let's take a look here. We do have Templar Archives completed, so we're going to see some Storms potentially, probably some Archons. I think is a good choice at this point. Units tab showing these guys are still very, very even in the economy. Better watch the production tab. I know you guys like to see that. So you can see the Pneumatized Carapace, melee attack level 1. We do have Evo Chamber and Infestation Pit about to finish. We do have Archons on the field, Void Rays on the way. The works, buddy. Gateways on the way. Wow, everybody seems pretty pleased with Zingy. I'm pretty pleased with 4K, to be honest. He's kind of the underdog here, doing a phenomenal job as such. So but I understand what you guys are getting at, so I'm just saying that I respectfully disagree. I like 4K's playstyle here. I'm actually rooting for him. I think he's got a good chance of taking this down. So we'll see what happens. This is really amazing stuff. The trouble now for 4K is that he really is going to have trouble with these infestors. Those have proven to be the bane for him when they get out in numbers. Like in that one game, it was game number 2, that the first game that Zingy took. They really, really were a powerful unit, and I think that's what ended up winning him the game. And his infestor play is really stinking solid. I think infestors are the best spellcaster in the entire game. There's a lot of Zerglings here. We've got a lot of infestors, a lot of queens. This is really nice looking force here. Spire is on the way. And here comes the attack. Lots of fungals going down. More Void Rays in the mix. And 4K going to have to back out here. Oh, Fungal. Nice clutch. Fungal going to be sniping these Void Rays, it looks like. Down they go. Ouch. That's all I can say. That was no fun there for 4K. Getting rid of that Scouting Overlord there. Not a bad idea. Now, Zingy is in great position. I mean, he's gearing up. I think that this definitely puts him ahead in the matchup. He is going to be securing his third base now. Cruising out across the map here with these units. Not going to be pushing the attack, though. Sitting back, making it happen, macroing up like crazy. Let's take a look at units tab here for just a moment. 4K is slightly ahead economically. I hope that he does not make the mistake of getting too far ahead economically where he's impeding his ability to have a good, solid army on the field. He needs to keep track of that probe count because he gets into macro frenzy, I think. And that one game, at game 2, he really got up so high. He was like up to 93 probes. I think that's just a little too high to have the right kind of army composition. But going to be cruising in here, just a small force. Not going to be very happy with what he sees. These guys are probably going to go down. Fungal's going down immediately. Fungal again. These Void Rays are going to be doing some damage, but not nearly enough. Here comes the main attack at the other side. Lots and lots of Fungal going down. Ugh, Void Rays all going down. These guys going down. 4K in a lot of trouble right now. Units lost is going to show he is indeed severely behind. Almost by 2x, or 3x I guess is what you would say. But, I mean, that's 6,000 minerals difference there and resources lost. Oh my goodness. He is taking an expansion, which is going to come in handy, but units tab showing that, I mean, the economies are going to be fairly even. Needs to transfer some probes over to that expand. Yes, he is down by 6,000 minerals. You want to see it again? Look. That's 4,000 essentially there. 10,000 resources lost for 4K. So that's a 6,000 mineral difference. Brutal, brutal, brutal. He has got a lot of ground to make up here. Oh, man. Brutal, brutal, brutal. What can I say? So units tab, again, 73 to 76. So, I mean, 4K's got a good economy. He can get himself potentially back into this match, but he is going to need to do something. Slightly different because this Archon Void Ray attack is not working. Feedback is being suggested. I agree. If he can get those high temps into position, that could be difficult, though. We'll see if he's going to be able to do that. Look at this. More Stargates, so he is going to be committing to more air here. Keeping a forward position with his army. I actually don't mind that part of it. But Zen Viper does say out on the live stream that Stargates will not beat Fungal. I have to agree with him there, and there is a lot of Fungal here. Look at this. That is 9 Infestors. That's a lot. And the army is about to be maxed out for Zingy. 4K is expanding, taking a 4th, which I don't mind, but this could be difficult for him to, I don't know, this could be really difficult for him to keep. But we do have a little bit of lag here for just a moment. Looks like we're going to be going to see some movement from Zingy, though. Looks like he is moving out across the map. We'll see if that's the case. Oh, good job. That's a good idea, Tox. Tox saying he should spread his Void Rays more. That will help counter the Fungal, and that is a really good point. He could take some... If he even split it just 2 or 3 ways, it would probably be very helpful. Split those Void Rays. But I hope he doesn't drop here. Oh, there we go. We're okay. Zergling's cruising out here. Gonna be doing a lot of damage. Is he going to take this around? Where is he going with this? And it looks like Zingy is going to be trying to get rid of his Zerglings here fairly soon. He's going to be maxing out his army again, it looks like, with Broodlords. Look at all these Corruptors in line, ready to go brood. And so this is where the Void Rays are going to come in handy. Carrier's not a bad option here either, really, when it comes down to it. And he's going to be getting out some carriers here. His Fleet Beacon, Cruising, Graviton Catapult going to be completing here shortly. But 3 base still for Zingy. We do have 4 base for 4K. Let's take a look at units tab real quick. 79 to 72. So I'd like to see 4K stop right around here. Maybe he could get just a little bit more, but not too much. If he gets too much more, that could be problematic. But here come the broods. These are going to be super difficult to deal with. He's going to want to get these probes out of there as quickly as possible. Maybe send them to another one, like maybe over here would be a good idea. And then defend his tech structures and stuff here, but have his economy somewhere else, because those Broodlords are going to be super slow. They won't have tons of opportunity to make it across the map. So this could be pretty interesting, but he is lagging here again. Please do not drop, buddy. talks. Knack, he says, Knack is very emotional about SC2. I wouldn't have minded him breaking out on stream. I assume that he means he would like to see me crying. I do not want to have to cry. I do hope that he's okay. It looks like he did actually disconnect and somehow still in the game. I have no idea how that's possible. But if he does disconnect, I will absolutely cry. That is a promise. Because this is too epic to have to lose with a disconnect. Ugh. Blah, blah, blah. Yuck. That would be yucky. Broods, broods, broods. Lots and lots of them. There's the carriers. Here comes the attack. Nice. Fungals. Storm's going down. Brood's going to be going for the main while this army